Mortgage interest rates dropped in November, but was it enough for buyers to care? In other words, are buyers applying for mortgages? We're going to run through those numbers, plus show you an interesting trend that we found in past Novembers that will help us figure out whether 2023 is going to be a make it or break it year for home sales. Hey there. Christian Walsh, real estate agent with Wire Associates. We've been helping buyers and sellers make the best decisions with actual and factual data. And we're here with an update now that mortgage rates have come off their peak to show you what's happening to mortgage applications. Mortgage applications for purchases, not refinances, are a leading indicator for where things are headed in the market. One of the first steps a buyer is going to take when they're ready to buy is apply for a mortgage. So the numbers we're about to run through show you what's going on with the level of applications. As you may have guessed, when interest rates went up, mortgage applications went down. But what's going on now? So mortgage applications are a leading indicator of where things are headed. Not all of those folks will buy right now. Some will buy right now, some will buy in the future, and some won't buy at all. But it's important to track this leading indicator. So if you're ready to dive into the mortgage interest rates and mortgage application numbers, hit that like button and let's get started. Woohoo! Interest rates dropped from their peak that we saw around 7% according to Freddie Mac, and that is great news. But is it good enough news that buyers actually care and they're applying for loans? We're going to share that in a minute. But first, let's take a quick look where we were 1 year ago. 3.11%. It's been a heck of a year at sea, sir, because now we're at 6.49. It was up above 7 not too long ago. Went into November at around 7, and we've lost about 0.5%. So rates are dropping, but does it matter for buyers? And there's another trend I want to show you what happens every November in recent history to mortgage applications. And here we go, the mortgage applications from our friends at Mortgage News Daily. You can also see these charts. We'll have links below so you can play with this data, but take a look at what has happened. So the yellow line is the 30-year fixed mortgage rate, and the other blue or gray, depending on what you see, that is the purchase index. It's an index related to the number of folks that are making mortgage applications. This does not include refi data. That is irrelevant to running the numbers for purchases. We're looking exclusively at new loan originations here. And you can see back here, we see a big old drop. Well, that big old drop was COVID. And we can see that things have spiked. Rates have been low, scraping along really low, the 30-year fixed rate. As that rate went up, the number of people applying for mortgages went down, and you can see that they actually crossed. It actually is irrelevant that they crossed. They're two different scales, so don't think there's anything special in those crossing. But the good news or the bad news or the big news or whatever, however you want to spin the news, the fact is that as interest rates dropped in the month of November, we can see that mortgage applications went up. Now we're still off 174.4. You have to go all the way back to 2015 to see mortgage levels at that point in time. But actually at 2015, we were in an improving market at that point in time. So we are up for the month of November for the number of purchase applications. So this means that buyers are applying for loans. But check out this trend before you go. And of course, on this channel, I love to give context and perspective. I want to look and see this increase we see in November. Is this a big deal? Is it typical this time of year? Where do mortgage applications go? Up, down, left, right? We're going to show you what happens typically in the month of November and what we should expect theoretically going into December, January. So let's start with the COVID years of craziness, which really may not be indicative of what really happens in November. We're going to go back in history to show that. This is very quick, but you can see what happened in November. Look at what happened in 2021. Mortgage applications went up. And here we are in 2020. And what do we see? Lo and behold, they went up. So it does appear to be a trend. We see the big old dip of COVID. Let's look at some previous data from before COVID to see if this trend really is a trend. 2019, a pretty normal year, and yep, sure enough, we see that increase. Going back, we can actually almost now find these. Same thing. Hey, same thing happened 2018. So you can see these dips. I bet this is one here. Yeah, you can actually look at it and guess. So 2016, we had the same thing. What's helpful about this is it shows that this November, with all the craziness, low inventory, and we've got values dropping year over year in certain counties and record low demand, November is still doing what a November does. So that's pretty interesting to see. What we'll be able to do then is we'll be able to then see what happens in December and January. So here's typically what happens. Let's look at past years. So we see this increase in the applications. Then December, people stop applying for loans. I don't know, like there's holidays for people to go ahead and enjoy. Not many people are applying for loans around the end of the month. But then we see this big spike. And then we see this, it happens every year. And that big spike in January is people who say, that's it, I'm ready to buy. New Year's resolution, let's go out and we're going to at least apply for a mortgage and we'll see if they buy. So we can expect that. You can again see that trend in other years. We can expect that that will happen going into 2023 based on the fact that we're looking at a relatively normal November. Now, obviously, the numbers are down, but we're seeing the same trend. So let's keep an eye on December and January. And of course, if you're subscribed to my channel and email newsletter, you're going to get this before anybody else. We want to hear from you. Are buyers crazy for applying for mortgages at these mortgage interest rates? Where do you think interest rates are headed? Are they still going up? Or maybe they're going to drop? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to our free weekly email newsletter, only if you want up-to-the-minute data on this housing market. If you don't want facts and want pure opinion, don't bother subscribing. If you like data, then you're gonna love this next video where we talk about the Southern California housing market. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Christian Walsh, real estate agent with Wire Associates, and we want to hear from you.